Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to talk to you about some screen and roll basketball plays that you can use with your team if your team is between the ages of grade 4 and grade 6, but really they could be used at any age. So hello everyone, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training. If you're new to this channel, on this channel I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills. So if you like that stuff, hit that like button and subscribe. And I got a haircut, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, so very soon, I'm going on a large trip, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's get down to the clipboard and let's check out these basketball plays. Okay, so I'm going to start with a very simple box offense just because a lot of teams will run very simple offenses like this one at the grade 4 to 6 level. Now, a box offense is very simple. It's a box if you haven't seen it before. And there is a very basic part of it where you can have your centers, your big players screened down. Your guards can pop up. What you're hoping for is a switch so that there can be a mismatch in the post. Now, what we're going to do is the exact same thing, except one of those sides, it doesn't matter if it's a switch or not, is going to then be setting a screen instead of popping up straight up to here. In this play, he's going to come around and set a screen for player 1. At the same time, we're going to have player 4 roll off of that screen, cut across using player 5 as a screen, and he's going to be popping out to this wing. Now at this time, what's going to happen is player 1 is going to use player 3 as a screen. Player 3 is then going to roll towards the basket, and what we're hoping for here, obviously there won't be two defenders down in that post, what we're hoping for here is either an open shot. Of course, if you have a player who can hit the 3, you can, but most likely you'll be looking at mid-range shot opportunities. Or a player 3 who's rolling towards the basket as a layup. Now, if he does get that ball and player 5 does play help defense, we now have player 5 who may be open for a layup. Or if player 3 comes down, if they're a really good defensive team, they know good defensive strategies, and the coach is really good at explaining defense to them, this is going to happen. This is not going to happen very often. He can pass then out to player 4, who can take a mid-range or a three-point shot. So there's a few different options here, and, well, it works. It's worked for me quite a few times. This has never happened. A help out from the wing has never happened at that level for me. So keep that in mind. Player 5 is probably going to be the one scoring if player 5 red comes over to play defense. Now, a lot of teams at this level will run a 3-out, 2-in offense. The reason for this is because they can run motion off of it. There's some set plays that you can run off of it, and overall it's very simple. So what we're going to do here is, again, a very simple play. And we're going to have player 5, he's going to go and set a screen for player 2. This can also happen on this side as well, but of course the point guard or the coach can call out which side he wants it to be ran on. Player 4 in the post is going to pop out to that wing. And then what's going to happen now is player 2 is going to use that screen. Of course, if there's a wide open lane, this was a solid screen, he could just take it right down towards the basket. But what we're looking for is player 2 to now set a screen for player 1. Now this is screening the screener, which is another tactic that you can explain to your players, especially at the young level. Now they're learning different ways of moving off ball. And now player 5 is going to roll. He can roll towards the basket, but what I prefer him to do is just roll out to this wing, because what we're trying to hope for now is to have an open lane for player 2 to roll towards the basket, a possible lane to shoot for player 1 from the mid or 3-point line area. So there's a couple of different options here. Now, if player 2 does get that ball and there's help defense that's happening, of course, player 4 could be open for the mid-range or 3-point shot. There might be another help defender, then player 3. You just keep on doing the extra pass. And again, this is now teaching your team to pass the ball and doing the extra pass to allow your team to score easier baskets. Okay, so now I'm going to run the 4-out, 1-in and a simple screen and roll play with this one as well. Again, some coaches will run the 4-out offense. I personally like this at the high school level, but to each his own. And what we're going to do is very simple. We're going to have player 2 go and set a screen for player 3. Player 3 is going to go. Player 5 is going to clear. Player 2 is then going to clear out to this side. And then what's going to happen, let's say there was a switch, it doesn't really matter at this point. Player 1 is going to then use player 3 as a screen, and player 3 is going to roll towards the basket. Now what you're hoping for is the whole middle of the key to be open so that now player 3 can get that easy layup. Now if he does get that layup and player 3 or 5 come down, now you have two players who are possibly open for a 3-point or mid-range shot. And at this level, again, teaching how you can pass out of those situations, doing the extra pass. Passing is good. Now, in this next and final play, I'm going to show you something that I've used in many other videos. Now, this is a play that I personally use with every single team. It doesn't matter if you're elementary school or middle school or high school. It does not matter. This is a 5-out screen, screen or pass and screen for basketball play. So player 1 is going to pass to whatever side he wants to. He's going to go and then screen for that player. This player now needs to fill that spot that is open, so he's going to go and do that. Player 1 is going to roll towards the rim. He may be open. If he is not, then player 5 needs to go and fill that spot, and player 1 is going to then fill player 5's spot. Now, let's say, for example, we have the ball that has made its way down to this low block. Obviously, he is going to go and still screen for that player. And what's going to happen is he's going to pass. He's going to screen for that player. The player 3 is going to go back down to this corner, except what's going to happen now is player 4 is going to roll. Player 3 could also be driving baseline as well. That's always an option too. And then what's going to happen is player 2, player 5, and player 1 are going to fill those spots, and player 4 is going to go out to that far wing. Now, those are some very simple and easy basketball plays. There's one or two that are a little bit more advanced, but can still be ran at that grade 4 to 6 level. Anyways, I hope that you have enjoyed. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.